We got some young guns impressing on the U.S. tour. We're going to talk about that. The UEFA ruling expected tomorrow. We've got Lukaku stating his intentions. The latest with Juve's push for Frank Kessie. We have a midfield full of uncertainty with the players. We are going to take a look at the statuses of those players. And of course, tonight is Juve versus Milan in Los Angeles. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup and all the news heading into that as, surprise, surprise, we do have an injury to deal with. All right, this is the AJC. I'm Alberto. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's rock. Still working out of the rec room here. That's why you see the kits behind me. Got some lighting issues in the studio there that I got to deal with. That'll be handled for this weekend. All right, but let's get into the midfield. The midfield is full of uncertainties for Juventus. Miretti most likely going to be heading out on loan and most likely to Salernitana. There are meetings being set up for early August, so that's most likely where his landing spot is going to be. McKennie, still hearing that there's the potential for him to stay. He is slated to start tonight against Milan. I'm thinking that it's more of a showcase there because we are hearing rumblings that the interest we heard at the start of the mercato for McKennie isn't actually in fact there, and there's little interest for the player. So I'm thinking that it's more of a showcase type thing, but you never really know. Even Rovella, when it comes to the midfield, is an uncertainty about him staying, which hurts me to hear and I hope is untrue, and I'd like to see him stay with the club. But as far as the midfield goes, apparently right now what we're hearing out of the US Tour camp is that the only certainty is Locatelli in that regista role. Outside of that, everything is wide open, and I think you can add Adrian Rabiot to the mix, but of course he is not on the US Tour. He is staying back at Continassa, dealing with some type of light injury, but he is also all right now. And tonsillitis problems for Fagioli. He is back training as well at Continassa, back home now as well. So the midfield is going to be the biggest question mark coming out of this mercato for Juventus. We will have to wait and see what develops. As far as Bayern Munich and talks with Szczesny and Juventus, they are confirmed by Nicolas Kira, so they have been confirmed. There have been talks held. If a move comes in where his value around 10 to 15 million euros, Juve would consider moving him and whatnot. The names coming back in for Juventus, the top of the list are Carnesecchi and Odero. I think a lot of Juventini would want Carnesecchi, and that would be great to have him in behind Perin and then have a fallback to move forward with in the future. But of course, the sale has to be made first, and the power is with the will of the keeper, Szczesny, as it always has been. Young guns impressing at the U.S. Tour, Yildiz and Houston. They are impressing with their time on the U.S. Tour, especially Yildiz. A big move like him being remaining on the first team squad and being part of the 23-24 Juventus senior side isn't out of the question, and that is big. And I think that speaks more to the lack of creativity and the help we need in the offensive final third more than anything. But props to the youngster. If he can bring that and make a name for himself and help us out this season in an area we desperately need help with, then bravo to him. All right, but so far he's very much impressing. Hopefully we can see him in some minutes against Milan or Real Madrid coming up here in these friendlies. Let's wait and see. Pavard wants to leave Bayern Munich, and he wants to leave this summer. Juve is one of the teams apparently in the mix for him, with City and United. Lukaku wants Juventus. His intentions in Europe are with the Bianconeri, but of course that doesn't rule out a Saudi Arabia move. The same with Lukaku, same with Pavard, same with even Kessie, because Kessie still said that Juve is pressing for the player and wants to bring him in and sees him as this insurance to Paul Pogba's uncertainty. There has to be sales made. Now, the latest with Giuntoli is that on Sunday, he's going to be returning home to work with Mana on some potential sales that are pending, and one of the names coming up, obviously, is Zakaria. Monaco's come in with a bid. Those talks are apparently supposed to intensify. West Ham still sitting in limbo, not willing to go to 20 million euros, but let's see what's coming out of Monaco, and maybe we can get some more money. So we'll have to wait and see, but sales are going to start hopefully ramping up on Sunday once Giuntoli returns to Italy. Okay, Juve Milan tonight, and your starting lineup: is expected to be this: Szczesny in goal, Gatti, Bremer, Danilo, Weah, McKennie, Locatelli, Meretti, Cambiaso with Keane and Chiesa up top. Milik is out, apparently has a calf injury. Rovella not expected to see a lot of minutes tonight either, but of course that could change as well. We will have to wait and see. Anybody got any predictions for this game? Drop them in the comment section. And last, certainly not least, tomorrow is when we should be getting the UEFA ruling about Juve's participation in the Conference League this season. We're expected to be bounced out of that, but then eligible for European play tomorrow. This ruling has been delayed multiple occasions. Let's just get this done, over with. Hopefully we get the news tomorrow. That's your news break to today, everybody. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, but the best part, let's mix it up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all the news you heard here today. Drop your predictions for Juve Milan tonight, all right? And let's have some fun, okay? Until tomorrow, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Hopefully they give us a good show against Milan tonight. Ciao tutti.